Good evening, guys. It's 4:49 p.m. Today is Wednesday, November 17th. And so let's start with today's pre-market note. So it's a choppy day. It was a tough day today to trade, but we managed to pull it off. We got profitable also along today, as well. So we extracted few trades out of it, not for ES. ES is only one trade, but NQ, yes, entire day pretty much, So buyers needs to, this was yesterday's closing remark, right? So 94.97 buyers in ES needs to hold below some sellers, but then it is up to, see, spelling mistake here, but then it is up to 46.84, 86, 74, 78 support to decide, right? NQ buyers need to hold above 290 and 240. So entire day today they basically buyers defended to 90, pretty much. Yes, it poked below 20 points up to 270, but this area pretty much they defended, For the rest of the info we have to wait till overnight, right? So that was yesterday's closing remark, and it is true. So far buyers are holding above this area, and NQ is holding above this and pretty much this. So buyers are in control. Simple. So yes, now we know that supports are moving higher on a day-to-day basis, right? So we have to go level to level and continue to favor buyers at the higher up levels, as long as price is holding and moving the supports higher. So today's key level is 96.94. So this area generated the down move actually instead of up move, right? But we discussed that scenario, right, before in the pre-market in Discord, that it could be possible, right? Either 96, 94 will generate the down move or up move, right? But our goal is wait for the support and go long. Simple, right? So 91, and I prefer buyers to hold above aggressively, right? Backup is 84, 85, 81, 78, 50, So we went long here. And this scenario we discussed, right? That if of the open, if sellers are in control from here, ideally I want to see what? Which is price coming into here in ES and NQ Globex low 274, right? That is what we discussed, one of the scenarios. If it does, I will buy it, that is what I said. So, but anyway, favor pullback buyers, then fear of missing out breakout buy. So I am saying here is stick with pullback buy, no breakout buy. Continue to favor NQ buyers again, right? Russell is ping ponging, and Russell's levels are 77, 79, 46, 16, 05, 09. These are the levels to trade, So I hope Russell might give you some trades, few points here and there. That's all. It's ping ponging, right? Dow is also doing the same thing. Gold favors long, favors buyers, all these supports, Crude, do not trade, right? So, but we talked about if this area is taken out, right? 78, 17, 827, 15, right? Then wait for it, and then you take a trade to the short side below this area, Above that area, it's a ping pong game. Do not trade zone. Below this, yes, you are allowed to short, and then price basically went up to this point somewhere, right? And it got stopped. So now for NQ, back to NQs, right? So 332, 300, 290, 275 are important areas for buyers to hold above, right? So price went here at one point, then it got rejection. Entire day sellers try to reject this price, right? And then price comes down. Entire half of the day, almost I would say 70% of the day, price held above this area. Buyers continued to buy from here. At one point it pulled back here in the morning, and then it never visited this area again, right? So we know that these are the buyers area, and ES is this area, right? So going forward, tomorrow or overnight, you want to see buyers holding above this area and this in ES and NQ, break below, some sellers again, but there are buyers sitting, at the below support to buy it up, So rest we will I will put it more into closing remark and tomorrow's pre-market note, and if it goes down below 275, these are the areas, So with that, let's go into today's notes, right? Today's chart. So this is garbage, So even though before open, in Discord we discussed that, hey, I do not feel like to trade today, I sense garbage today, right? That is what I said, that I do not feel comfortable trading today, because of the garbage. And I was right actually, right? Look at this. Garbage, right? This one was garbage actually. Even though price moved higher, this move was without leg, There was no supporting information or supportive internals or anything to support this move. So this is purely driven by algorithms, Some algos were kicking in and keep buying, until they achieve their target 390, and then it came down, right? So there is nothing fancy about it. This is just purely driven by algos, but it was not supported move, but still we have to trade whatever we see, right? In terms of price action, if price is breaking certain resistances, we have to go long, If it is holding certain support, we have to go long. We have to focus more on price action, right? Price action always precedes the internals. So even though we don't like it, we have to go long, right? Even though internals were down, but price is breaking above support or resistances, holding supports, then we have to favor long. Simple. But due to this, we can't hold our long for longer, which is applicable here. This thing is just does its own thing, right? But still we have to be careful, right? So you can see it, all my exits, like quick exits, and then after this point onwards, after 12 o'clock, 12:15, I started shorting also in Q, short and longs both were allowed. But before that, going into the day, only longs were allowed, right? That is what we discussed. Favor longs, right? So that means no shorts here, even though we know that sellers may take this down, but our goal is to look for longs. So, which is 78.81, right? So this area, we are going to skip it, right? Ideally, because now we have a breakdown also here, of this balance, right? So skip this, go to the next level, right? And then we can go long here, right? When NQ came down to 274, Globex low area, and this is also this discussed scenario in the pre-market, right? So go long here, bail out here, or you can do whatever you want to do in terms of profit, right? I usually bail out when I see this chop in the morning. I don't feel comfortable anyway, right? So I bailed out here. Then later on, then when this area is taken out, I went long at 325, but I have to be careful managing my trade, because of this morning sellers. So we have to manage it in a lower time frame, even 1 minute, and manage it. And then I build out here. The moment I see a chop, I'm out, I don't want to hold it because these guys are not supportive anyway, right? But if you're holding it, this is your profit target, at the end, 390 or 423 even, above this 350, those are the targets given. And then later in the day, it was chop, garbage. You can do short, long, all this ping pong I did, just to kill my time, couple of scalps, only micros, entire day today I did only micros, no regular contracts. I only traded micros because even before the open, I was not comfortable trading today because of the garbage. In the garbage, I do not like to put lots of regular contracts. I only play around with micros, so. But even with micros, I was able to make, good amount of money. So, but anyway, so this was the long, and you bail out here, right? Why? Because I said so, in the Discord, I said 86, 87, 88 area is the good area, that is what my target is. Rest is bonus if you want to hold it. But considering this step down move, you don't want to hold it longer, and when you are seeing this, you can't hold your trade for longer hoping that price will go higher, yes, NQ was moving higher, but this is not good, and momentum was holding below zero line. So this was the only trade you can take reactionary long, if price come down here, let's say like this, and this thing was chopping around and this was below above zero line, definitely I will hold it for longer. But in this case, no holding. Then price went higher to 91, 92, right? So I said if buyers are in control, despite this, price needs to hold over 91, 92, which it failed here, right? So now day is screwed up technically. So there is no more trade you should do ideally. There is no more trade after that. So whatever now I'm showing you, it's all garbage. But in real time, when you see this price going out again above 91, 92, it pulled back, this was your long, you can pull it off here. You can make a case about it for this long. And then you can target this, because at the time NQ was also going higher. So combining both of them, you can make a case in both of them, and you can go long right here. Right here, and then you can target this. But that comes with the risk also, because you are trading in the garbage, right? But this will be the trade. And then here I said when price was going higher, I said I will take the exit. So I took this trade, right? So and I also give you my exit in advance, 98, or whenever NQ hits 390, I will take exit in ES and NQ both together, right? So that is what essentially I did. Both of them together, the moment it touched, I am out. Without, I didn't even know about this thing. The moment it touched, I am out, because it was pre-planned. And I was not even expecting this much response, But it happened, which is fine, because of these things. It should happen, Otherwise trading is no fun, right? So it's fine, right? So even I shorted at 392 here, just 1 micro. But I bailed out right here at 380, right here at the top. Because up to that point, regardless of the internals, price was like this. If you fade this price based on the resistance, right, it was exhausted, but you can't hope for a longer profit. You have to bail out with few points, scalping. And then this thing happened, which is valid. But I was not expecting this move, because despite this down internals, it went higher. So now at this point, randomly, you can't just assume that price is now going to tank. After it started tanking here, now shorts were allowed, because now all those buyers are trapped on the way up. So now shorts are allowed intraday, only in NQ, not in ES. Because ES is technically holding this area, and ES is low in moving. So ES you can't short it, because ES is overall strong. NQ you can, because NQ usually goes down and up. It's like a trending instrument. So NQ you can ping pong later on. But ES is just a garbage after this point onwards, or this point, no more trading. Still, if you want to trade, then you are just on your own. You just have to find a intraday support or something, and then go long and short. Both you can do actually. But I would suggest do not make that kind of habit, to trade in the garbage. Once you are done here, done. Then later on, don't bother to even look at the price. So now what is tomorrow? So tomorrow and Thursday is the OPEX day. Day before OPEX and OPEX, right? So price will do ping pong, in a wider swings. So don't use your brain assuming that, hey, sellers are in control, buyers are in control. For day trading purely, just go with the price. That's all. Because OPEX are, during OPEX, you can't guess anything, or assume anything, So assume both parties are active, and then you can trade accordingly, But overall, buyers are in control, That's all. That's just keep that in mind, And here also one more thing, it was a bearish AD divergence, So when price came here, AD was here, right? So that's a bearish AD divergence. Then when price went here, it was a divergence was again there, right? So it's like a double divergence, right? But that was not the reason that price came down, right? Overall, it was a downtrending internals, right? And it was a gap fill with minus 1000 AD. So that's why price came down, right? But price could have gone higher up to here, and then it could have come down too, right? So because of NQ just hit its resistance at the same time, that's why it came down, But these internals were not the reason that it just came down. It came down all the way down here, right? It was just someone just playing with us, day traders, some big guys, I don't know whoever it is, but some institutions were playing their games, back and forth from here to here and here to here. That's all. So that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.